All right. Just wanted to give my thoughts on these riots we see springing up, protests we see springing up here on Wall Street and other places getting ready to go. And I already see the people arguing about who it is and what they're what they're doing and where they started. And it doesn't really matter much to me because that's like I said when all these other riots were springing up over in Egypt and Libya and the Mid East and Europe that yeah there's some element of groups, CIA or whatever, being behind some of these uprisings, and I don't doubt it. I don't really trust. Like I know I got a few friends here on YouTube that just love Anonymous. Well, I don't know who they are. I don't know. I don't know anybody from Anonymous. No idea. Uh, as far as I'm concerned, it's probably some government working group. And right now they want these to spring up. But all that aside, we said that we're going to see them start up here, and a lot of people thought they'd never happen here. When people said that's crazy, well, that's just for the Mid East. They're never going to show up here, and all it's going to take is one of these to go bad, and they'll go bad in these other places when the cops get too crazy. But people are just standing out in the street protesting. Doesn't matter what they're protesting for. What that's not allowed here, and you can see that it's not. You see how much freedom of speech you have, and look at how the media is dealing with this too. They're covering up. At the most, they're saying that there's a couple hundred protesters, and I was telling my stepdad, I was telling him about this morning. I said, man, you guys see, there's tons of protesters going on in New York City. They're all over the Brooklyn Bridge, and they're getting arrested by the hundreds and all this stuff. And he hadn't seen it, so I just brought up some YouTube videos and showed him, and he actually called one of his friends that he talks to here all the time and was telling him about it. So if the media, and of course they're not going to do their job, so do it for them. Show a few people that you know in your family. But anyway, for whatever reason that these are starting up now, they're starting up, and the Wall Street people, the Wall Street traders, are saying that just a few of them this last week. The guy that raised all the the viral video of the BBC guy who came on and just flat out said to them when he was discussing what's going on in the markets, he said everybody knows it's going down. Everybody knows it's only and they're positioning for it now. Um, well, it's about ready to get bad. The S&P just had its worst quarter in since 2007 or so. So things aren't good, and they've also lost the money printing thing. I was out in the wilderness saying that there ain't going to print any more money. Not over the table anyway. Of course, we still have zero, the ZERT program, so they're supporting it somewhat. But the people who are most asleep out there are the people who think that all is well and they got their 401ks and pensions. Those are the next people that they're going to hammer big time. Right now, throughout the markets, there's the largest short interest in the markets right now that basically that there's ever been. And while people say that those are just people shorting the market, well, I think it's probably the Fed itself, and I think it's probably a lot of these big funds. So when this market does go down, they'll profit. They'll all profit from it, and the people who take the loss is their fund holders. That all the 401k holders and pensioners, they'll take the loss, while the fund itself and the Fed itself profits from it. But that's all I wanted to say about these protests, really. And I've seen people saying, well, the protests don't do any good. Yeah, that's what I say myself. But it's going to do something, though. They want them there for a reason. There is a reason for it, just like all these other places where we see these protests. They're there for a reason. No question about that. So those are my comments. Yeah, show some other people. If you got Twitter or email, take some of these videos and send them around to people. Because there's not, I mean, the media is not covering it at all right now. They're probably waiting until it blows up into some huge event will happen one of these mornings from one of these riots. A bunch of people get shot or something, and then it'll be insane. And then they'll come out and say, "Oh, see, yeah, you people can't have your guns. Sorry." And then they'll bring in the UN, ban on the guns and all that. Yep, and then everyone's on their own. I don't care. People tell me, "Oh yeah, well I just got an old crappy gun that I'm going to turn in," and then they'll leave me alone. Well, they know what you have anyway. If you've bought it any time recently, they know what you have. Unless somebody just gave you some guns, they know what you have anyway. So anyway, yeah, watch out. I mean, stuff's starting to happen real quick now. There's no doubt about that. Stuff's happening at an ever increasing pace. So I'm going to be gone for the rest of the day, actually, so I'm just going to upload this video. It's just my opinions on what's going on with the protests, but I'll be back later on tonight anyway. So I'm going to take out the rifle and shoot it a little bit, I think. So anyway, have a good day. Talk to you later.